What is up YouTube, it is Matty and I'm going to do a quick say hi to YouTube to the clan because they're not expecting that I'm even on. And yeah, we are going back in with a live, definitely not live, a recap of some LaLoon raids. So it's a learning LaLoon episode and it's going to be Town Hall 9. Ooh, Aziz on the language. Yeah, a couple of Town Hall 9 raids I've got to show you. One is mine and one is by Monster, and the reason I wanted to show, both are a bit unique, and there's some things to talk about with them. So yeah, we'll start with Monster. Now Monster's Town Hall 9 and that's the base he's taken on, which is quite impressive. It's Town Hall 10. 2 Infernos, obviously 3 Expos as far as I can see. 1, 2... Where's the third Expo? I see the, oh yeah, sorry. Little level 2 one down here. So yeah, I mean it's got all the things down that Town Hall 10 has. It's just everything. Nothing's properly fully leveled at all. Queen's easy to kill. There's just a lot of exposed things. But still, for a Town Hall 9 to tear it all apart, that's pretty impressive. So that's the reason why I wanted to show this video, this this episode. Damn, my thing's being funny. Okay, alright, so I'm gonna hit play. So the first thing he's gonna do is take the queen down, golems in to soak up the damage, queen straight down onto the enemy queen. And I think he's got a couple of minions at the top, just doing a bit of funneling really, and make sure that the troops don't deviate, dropping the king down as well. And he's just trying to guide the troops in, send them towards the Inferno Tower. He's going to get the air defense down as well. The king's going to slap that down, and then they're going to go in towards the Inferno Tower. The only thing is, I don't think they do end up going to the Inferno. I think the king ends up just going his own little route, and then he just ends up dying. Monster really needs to get his king up to like level 20. It'd make a big difference, and he might have been able to take that down. But the queen's been targeted by the Expos, which meant she's taken a lot of damage, and she just wasn't quite able to take down the Inferno. Obviously, if that was me, my heroes are a little bit higher, so they would have been able to. It'd have made it easier. Let's put it that way. So you can see Monster's dropped the 2 hounds in. It is a single target Inferno though, and the issue with that is that once they lock on, they'll wreck the hounds and pop them. So you can see it's already popped 2 hounds. It's locked onto the third now. He's using the rage spell. It's moved out of range as well, which is great, but the Inferno is now down, so he's pathing the loons quite well. Now a lot of the loons are moving up towards the Infernos now. He's dropped an extra couple of loons on the last Inferno, and he's used the rage spell over the Inferno. It was a good smart choice, because that Inferno going down was pretty key for the rest of the raid, and just the sheer amount of loons he's got left means that he should be able to overwhelm the remaining air defense, and there's only a wizard tower and cannon left. So as far as everything's gone, he's dropped an arch down the bottom and an arch down on the right hand side as well, to take down the corner builder huts. But that's it for the raid. All that's left now is some cleanup, and he's got a lot of pups going around, and it's just impressive really, to see a Town Hall 9 taking down a Town Hall 10 in quite a controlled manner. So I'll just replay it again, sort of in 2 times speed, so you can have one last look at the raid and just see how it panned out from sort of like a large overview. King and queen take down the 1 air defense, and that's about it. I mean, a couple of arch towers. Sorry, that was an absolutely epic yawn. Yeah, so the heroes did somewhat of a job, but nothing too epic. And it was really down to the sort of the hounds and the loon placement, which really meant that everything went down, which was again pretty good. The good thing is that there weren't many things to kill all the pups, because the loons had been nicely placed all over the defences around, and yeah, I do think it was a good choice to use the rage spell where he did and get that Inferno dead. So yeah, all round I'm pretty impressed with the raid. I think yeah, not much he could have done too much better. If he had slightly higher level heroes, it meant that he didn't need to use the rage on the Inferno, and he could have used it at a different part, and it would have made the raid again slightly easier. But what can I say? 3-star on a Town Hall 10. Very nice. This is the thing that we noticed in the war against the Request and GTFO clan. All their bases were just bad. Just really bad layout. So it doesn't make it fun because we like a challenge, and as fun. I mean, it's always nice getting a 3-star. When it's against an easy base or a stupid base, it almost feels like, oh, well, that was pointless. But yeah, I want to show number 16 is the raid. I did that today, but I wasn't able to live record it or anything like that, so I was out. So I'll just scout the base first. Yeah. I must be really tired. Sorry about that. Yeah, anyway, so that's the base. Now, to me, that looks like an anti-LaLoon base, pretty much. I mean, he's trying to make it pretty awkward. He's deep set the air defences. He's very much centralised the Queen and the CC. Just made it a little bit challenging. There's double bombs, could be anywhere. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's so many sort of double jump bomb spots that you couldn't guess it. So I didn't want to hog it at all. It would take too much guesswork, and I'd probably guess wrong. Guess wrong by law of averages anyway. Really dry mouth. Anyway, so I knew I wanted a LaLoon it. Now my plan was quite simple. You can see, firstly, that cannon over there needs to go. It needs to get out of the way, because there's 2 air defences relatively close to each other here. Now, my plan was I could potentially get both of them. And if I'm going to get both of them, I'm going to take the Expo down with me. I already knew there was a dragon in the CC, which means I didn't need a lightning. So my plan was, okay, if I shatter this, if I throw 2 golems in, break them in by the corner wall up here, jump them over this sort of this layer of wall here, into this compartment, and the Queen gets there, the Expo will go down, the air defense will go down, the other air defense will go down, the Queen will go down as well because she'll come over to see what's going on and she'll get hit. So that was my plan. Now obviously that cannon's a distraction, so it needed to get out of the way. So I dropped a single loon on the cannon, and then I dropped both golems, sort of one over towards that builder hut there, one over towards the gold mine here, so they come in at slightly different angles and cover the defences, and then wizards behind. And the wizards, all they're going to do is just clear the path almost, so that when I drop my king and queen and send them in towards the core, or in towards the where I want them to go, they're going to go straight the right way. And then I was going to use a raid, so I've got the jump spell which is going to be used, and then the rage spell. And now the rage was just to try and give the king and queen every possible chance to get the defences down. Once that was done, so we're now presuming that arch tower's gone, cannon's gone, wizard tower probably is gone, expo, air defense, maybe even the mortar. So that arch tower is likely to remain, I think. Maybe not though, but if it did, I would drop my hound in from sort of the army camp angle here. You would travel across the arch tower, pick up the other archer tower on its route, might distract the wizard tower for a second, distract the expo. So it's designed so it's going to distract as many defences as possible, and then start swooping the hounds around. When the hound got to this wizard tower over here, sorry, when I got to this wizard tower, drop the second hound, it would fly directly into the arch tower and the air defense as well, and then the loons would swoop into the air defense with a rage spell on them, and then the hound that survived would move across to the other air defense, and en route there it's going to pull the other archer towers. Potentially the wizard tower's slightly out of range, I think, but the rest are sort of non-air defense anyway, so that shouldn't be a problem. And then just finish up a few loons on the cannon and arch tower over here. So that was the plan, to sweep all the way around as a normal LaLoon. So I had my plan together. I did mess it up a little bit. The start went very well though, so we'll have a look now at how it actually went down. You can see for me, there was not many storages en route to these double air defences. There was an expo there, which if that went down, that would have been a bonus as well. So it sort of made it clear that that was the obvious side to attack from for me. So you can see I did the golem spread slightly, 2 wall breakers in to allow the golems to go, and then they both start pulling in. Wizards, I've dropped 5 wizards down to help do the CC pull. No, to help funnel, using my wrong terminology. Then I've got the rage spell down, I've got the king and the queen down, dragons on the golem, which is fine, queen's on the dragon, which is fine, rage the king in, and he's just gone all the way in to kill the queen, and then he's going to land on the air defense, which is, I couldn't have planned that better myself, and both air defenses are down already. So that's worked absolutely beautifully. Arch tower's down, Tesla's down. Just look at how perfect that went. Now this is mistake 1. I should have dropped second hound here earlier. Like I don't know why I'm waiting so long, because the hound's popped now, so the air defense can start shooting the loons. So that's an absolute stupid mistake. 2 loons died there that really, 3 loons died there that really didn't need to die. The air defense did go down in the end. Then the second hound's moved across. I was a bit slow on putting the loons down as well. So that part of the raid was a complete mess up. I should have done it a lot smoother, a lot quicker, because by the time I've considered it all, the hounds are dead, the pups are getting shot, but the queen, and look at, bless her, she's done absolutely clutched it for me, and she's taken down so many defences, ended up with pretty much full health, and is going to help clean up as well. So this raid was very lucky for me. My hound and loon deployment was bad. The first start of the raid worked perfectly really. Couldn't have planned it better. All the defences basically on the half of the base went down. So the plan was a good plan, and I think that's what saved me ultimately. That the first part of the first part of the attack was just sort of, it happened well. So sometimes it's very nice to see when something comes together for you in the end. Oh yeah, sorry, the last couple of buildings up here. And yeah, I was sort of disappointed with myself that I almost like panicked when it came to the loon and hound drop, and I just forgot to put the second hound down. I'll play again, and I'm just gonna do it like normal, 2 times speed for the whole raid, and you can have a look at how that goes. Loon on the cannon at the top, you can see there's no defense in range at the wizard tower, so it's going to be an easy double drop kill. Golems went in nicely, wizards funneled nicely, heroes went in perfectly. Didn't expect the jump to get the double double set of wall, which it did. And then yeah, this all worked very well. I put the golem in the hound in from the right angle, I thought. And yeah, the first part here, if I'd have only dropped the second hound at the right time, and dropped the cleanup loons at the right time as well, I'd have been better off. But yeah, sometimes it goes that way, I suppose. But I had enough loons to overcompensate anyway. So I hope you pick something up from this raid. Shattered LaLoon is very powerful if you can get 2 air defences. Don't make it too risky, because a lot of people fail on getting the 2 air defences and plan to take 2, and the whole raid can fall apart if you don't get both. So that's a word of caution for you. Make sure that if you're going to go for 2 air defences, that you've got that you can actually get them. A lot of people do. There's going to be a new wave of anti-LaLoon bases coming out soon, I know, because of I think Clash Heads have released some base, not bases, but tips, and I don't know if that's going to spread wide, but if it does, it'll be interesting to see how that goes, because there's a lot of sort of unique tips, like you almost encourage the Shattered by putting 2 air defences close to each other, but you put them the opposite side to the Queen, so that they can't get it. So you know, there's quite a few things to stick by, like don't put your wizard towers within range of your air defences, and there's some generic rules. Put your queen and CC very central and difficult to lure. So there's almost like a standard set of rules that you need to follow, which some people are starting to do now. So that's interesting. That base is almost an anti-LaLoon itself. But anyway, hope you've enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed my analysis and review of the raids. And as always, let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.